Hello everyone. Welcome to TELLS Videtionary. What is the definition of the word prescribe? Is it part of your word collection? Can you form a sentence using the word prescribe? Can you provide me with two words that have the same meaning as prescribe? Join me now as I explore some tips that would help you add prescribe to your everyday speech and writing, provide you with synonyms, sentence examples using prescribe, and most importantly, the simplest definition you need. Let's go straight away to the video. Hello everyone. Welcome to TELLS Videtionary. Today, October 16th, our word of the day is prescribe. P-R-O-S-C-R-I-B-E. Prescribe. Prescribe is a 9-letter word and a verb. Remember, verbs show action, occurrence, or state of being. Prescribe means to not allow something. In other words, to forbid, prohibit, or condemn something as harmful or unlawful. It can also mean to outlaw or banish someone. To prescribe something is to forbid or prohibit it, as a school principal might prescribe the use of cell phones in class. Prescribe sounds similar to the word prescribe, but be careful, these words are essentially opposite in meaning. While prescribe means to forbid, prescribe is used when a doctor recommends a medicine or remedy. Of course, if you want an excuse for not following your doctor's orders, you could say you were confused about the meaning of these two words, but that would be lying, which is prescribed by most people's value systems. And it would also be bad for your health. Prescribe is a verb that means to prohibit, forbid, or condemn something, usually by law or authority. It is important to understand the correct usage of this word in order to effectively communicate your ideas. Here are some tips on how to use prescribe in a sentence. Legal context. Prescribe is commonly used in legal contexts to describe the act of officially banning or outlawing certain actions, behaviors, or substances. For example, you can say, the government decided to prescribe the use of certain drugs due to their harmful effects on public health. Political context. In politics, prescription can be used to describe the act of banning or excluding individuals or groups from participating in political activities. For instance, you might say, the government decided to prescribe the extremist party, considering their ideologies a threat to national security. Social context. Prescribe can also be used to describe the act of condemning or prohibiting certain behaviors or practices within a society. For example, you could say, the school administration decided to prescribe bullying, implementing strict disciplinary measures to ensure a safe learning environment. Historical context. When discussing historical events, prescribe can be used to describe the act of officially outlawing or banning certain beliefs, religions, or practices. For instance, you might say, during the Inquisition, the Catholic Church sought to prescribe any form of dissent or heresy. Personal context. Prescribe can also be used in a personal context to describe an individual's decision to forbid or prohibit something for themselves. For example, you could say, after experiencing health issues, she decided to prescribe sugary foods from her diet. Academic context. In academic writing, prescribe can be used to describe the act of prohibiting or excluding certain topics or approaches from a particular field of study. For instance, you might say, the professor prescribes the use of outdated research methods in the scientific study. International context. Prescribe can be used to describe the act of banning or outlawing certain organizations or groups on an international scale. For example, you could say, the United Nations Security Council voted to prescribe the terrorist organization, freezing their assets and imposing sanctions. Remember, when using the word prescribe in a sentence, it is important to consider the appropriate context and ensure that it accurately conveys the intended meaning. Similar words include forbid, prohibit, ban, bar, disallow, rule out, embargo, veto, make illegal, interdict, outlaw, taboo, boycott, blackball, exclude, ostracize. Examples of sentences using prescribe are: torture and summary execution of political prisoners are prescribed by international law. Most states have laws that prescribe texting while driving. The policies of the school district prescribe accessing social media websites on school computers. When my parents discover my boyfriend has an arrest record, they are going to prescribe me from seeing him. In our country, there are laws which prescribe discrimination based on race and gender. As a smoker, I find the government's attempts to prescribe smoking to be dictatorial in nature. Make sure to save this new word, prescribe, so you can practice using it in your everyday sentences.
That's all for today. Thank you for spending your time with me. I hope you learned something new. Remember, practice makes perfect, and we'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment after every video. All comments are welcome. Don't forget to like and share this video. Subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you receive similar videos every day. Have a fulfilling day. See you tomorrow. Cheers!